first day at Performing Arts Director at Marco Island Academy, and I'm thrilled that you've decided to join us for our second virtual theater event. Similar to our last event, each playwright had 48 hours to write a short play based on a series of ingredients. These ingredients included summer, darkness, something cool, a book, a misunderstanding, and extra credit for a gold hoop. The ingredients were left up to the interpretation and imagination of the individual playwright. We had 7 submissions total, 4 students, 2 faculty, and 1 alumnus. We added a special twist to this event, inviting 2 professional directors to each select a play that they would in turn cast and direct with actors from all over the country. I am very grateful for my friends David T. Loudermilk and Kristen Mandrakia, who jumped at the opportunity. In these challenging times for our art form, the 3 of us used this as a chance to experiment with Zoom and try to create a theatrical experience for the audience. All of the plays you'll see tonight were recorded over Zoom in the form of a play reading. The actors were socially distanced in other rooms, homes, cities, and even states. We can't wait for the opportunity to perform live again in front of an audience. Until then, our ghost light remains on. If you enjoyed tonight's program, please consider making a donation to our GoFundMe. Your contribution will ensure that the performing arts continue to be alive and well at MIA. After all, the show must go on. So without further ado, let's zoom into the world of theater. Enjoy the shows!
It was 7:56 p.m. As always, we were waiting for Red. He was always running late, and Hazel was infuriated because rehearsals were supposed to be at 7 today. Poor kid. I knew for sure that Hazel was going to lash out when he got here. She really had no reason to, though, because Austin has been missing several rehearsals for the past month. He said it was something because of his new job or something. It's weird because no one actually knows where he works. Today seemed like a usual rehearsal. After all, we've been doing the same thing for 5 years now. We're all basically family at this point. What we didn't know was that...
Hey, everyone.
Do you have any idea what time it is? I know you're the youngest out of the band, but do you have to act like it all the time?
Red slowly props his skateboard against the wall, and as he turns around, his face is innocent and somber. Ah, geez, Hazel, that was too harsh. Red hangs his head and covers his face. It appears as if he is crying.
Come on, Red. You know she didn't mean it like that.
Don't cry, Red. I shouldn't have said that.
Red uncovers his face to reveal a huge grin as he begins laughing.
I knew it.
Hazel punches Red on the arm just enough to knock him into the wall. They all laugh and begin to get ready for the rehearsal. Red sits down at the drums and his face lights up as he remembers something.
Guys, I just remembered something.
What?
So I may have done something.
Could you be more specific?
I booked us a gig.
Red, we perform at your dad's pizza shop every weekend. Can't call it a gig anymore. Besides, no one ever shows up anyway.
No, it's not there.
And where is it?
The garage.
She spits out her soda and the rest of the band members look at Red completely shocked.
What? The garage? As in Central California's hottest new restaurant? How did you get us to play there?
Well, the owner of the garage happens to be a frequent customer at my dad's pizza shop.
This is unbelievable.
Garage? We're not good enough to play there. They only have top-tier bands that play there.
How do you know that, Austin?
I mean, that's what I've heard.
Well, what are we all doing just standing around? Let's start practicing.
Scene 2. This stage is split in the middle with a divider. One side is dedicated to Red's room. It is decorated like a young child's room with a race car bed and toys everywhere. The other side is dedicated to Mickey's room. It is neatly organized and there is a desk in the corner with textbooks and a microscope. Academic awards decorate her shelves and the rest of the room is bland. It was the night of the big performance. I told my mom that I'd be studying with Hazel. Surprisingly, she didn't question it, even though school's out and we have nothing to be studying for. Everything was going as planned.
So what do you think? Gold hoops or the star earrings?
Does it really matter, Hazel?
Of course it matters, Mickey. This is the biggest night of our lives.
Gold hoops. The light illuminating Mickey's room fades to black as the two freeze in tableaus. A light now becomes brighter, illuminating Red's room. Red enters the stage and he stops in his room. He's on the phone and seems irritated.
What do you mean you can't make it tonight? Are you crazy? We can't perform without a guitarist. Are you kidding me? Cancel? We can't cancel. You know what? We're still going, with or without you.
Red hangs up and throws his phone on the floor. He then pauses and picks it up to call Hazel. There's now light shining on both sides of the stage as Mickey and Hazel come to life.
Hello?
Austin said he can't make it.
What? Why? Never mind. I don't care. We're gonna be late. I'll see you there.
But Austin said we can't go because we can't play without a guitarist.
We are going.
Hazel hangs up and begins to walk off stage. Mickey, distracted by her textbook, suddenly realizes that Hazel is leaving and she follows her off stage. Scene 3. Somehow we made it to the garage. It was everything I dreamed of. Colorful lights, a glistening stage, and a huge crowd of people. Red, Hazel, and Mickey all stand together as they gaze in awe. They are interrupted by a man in a nice suit, Alan Rossi.
What are you kids doing here?
Step aside, ladies. Sir, we're playing here tonight.
I certainly did not book kids for my restaurant.
No. This must be a big misunderstanding. My dad owns the pizza shop.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, your father gave me a recording of one of your songs.
Right. And we're playing tonight.
No, you're not. I booked a different band. They've already played here before and my guests love them. Besides, you guys are amateurs. Now get out of my restaurant.
The three reluctantly begin to leave.
So mad I could punch a wall right now.
Austin was right. We're not good enough for places like this. We shouldn't have come anyways. Before they completely exit, they turn around to get one last look of the place. As the other band begins to set up, Red, Hazel, and Mickey all freeze.
Oh
My.
Austin?
Austin is standing on stage with a different band fixing his guitar strap. As he looks up, his jaw drops and he gasps. As soon as his head is completely upright, the lights go out. Blackout, end of play.
A Not-So-Simple Journey by Zoe Swift. One day, a man was traveling to a nearby town to see his parents. He woke up early the previous day to get the most time out of the day to go. He slipped on his sandals and finished packing his bag. He added food, water, and a blanket in case it got cold, or it would need 2 days to get there. He stepped out of his house, and as he went close to the door, he sighed. He knew he wasn't going to be gone for a while, and was going to miss his house. The man who will be traveling goes by the name of Eli. A few days ago, he received a letter saying that his mother had fallen ill and his father was struggling to help her. Eli offered to watch and take care of her while her husband was out working. The salesperson approaches Eli.
Howdy, sir. What a beautiful day it is.
Indeed.
On this mighty beautiful day, how would you like a mighty exceptional deal?
What do you mean?
Well, you see, I'm a walk-in store.
The salesperson opens their large coat, and on the inside are valuable jewels and jewelry.
I got rubies, sapphires, emeralds, pearls, diamonds, and more. How about a silver chain on a gold ring?
The salesperson pulls out a gold ring out of one of their pockets.
This is one of my bestsellers.
Before Eli could say anything, the salesperson continued.
I see you eyeing it, so I'll give you a deal. You can have 2 for the price of 1. It's only $110.
Eli eyed the salesperson and looked more closely at the so-called gold ring. Eli takes the ring and holds it in his hand for a second, then brings it close to his face to inspect it.
I'm sorry, but I'll have to pass on that deal.
Okay, how about 3 for the price of 1? Is that better? If not 4.
No, the price is not the problem. The problem is this.
Eli holds up the ring.
This isn't very valuable. It's only just a gold hoop, nothing special. Whoever you stole these from tricked you well, or weren't very wealthy to begin with. Maybe they were just like you.
Eli turns around and walks away from the salesperson.
Oh, you can have this back.
Eli flipped the ring so it flew behind him and landed on the road in front of the salesperson. Eli continues his journey down the path to the small town. After some walking, he comes across a house to the side of the road. Eli stops to look at it, for he hasn't seen a house out of town and wonders about its existence. While he was staring at the home, a little girl popped out of a nearby bush and scared Eli.
Ah, scared you.
Yes, you did, miss. Do you live in that house?
Yep.
With your parents?
Yes, sir. My name is Summer, and I'm the guardian of this path. I cannot let you pass unless you tell me an interesting fact.
All right.
Eli paused and thought of something that would blow this little girl's mind.
Can it be a riddle?
A riddle? I haven't heard one. Okay, sir. If you tell me a riddle, I will let you be on your way.
As you wish, O guardian Summer. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night?
What kind of question is that? That's not even possible.
Every riddle has an answer. Let me know when you give up.
Little Summer, being the little kid she was, didn't try long before her brain went crazy.
I don't know, sir. I can't think of an answer.
Eli knelt to whisper in her ear the answer, as if it was the answer to a secret spy code.
The answer is a human.
Summer springs back in surprise and accidentally lets out a loud yell. Her mom, hearing the cry, runs out of the house, thinking her daughter is hurt or in trouble. She sees Eli and thinks he's kidnapping her.
Don't you dare touch my daughter.
She runs towards Eli and throws a book that she was reading at his face. It hits him in the nose and knocks him to the ground.
Summer, baby, are you all right? Did the man do anything to you?
No, Mom. He was telling me a riddle. I told him that if he told me something cool, he could pass. I've become the guardian of this path.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry.
Summer's mom kneels to help Eli off the ground. She noticed that blood was dripping from his nose and felt even worse.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were kidnapping her. Come inside so I can treat that nose of yours.
Thanks.
Summer's mom, and Eli walk back to the house while Eli is pinching his nose. Eli had picked up the book that Summer's mom had thrown at him. When they got to the house, he examined it.
A photo album?
Oh, thanks for getting that. I'm Diana, by the way, and I'll be right back with the medkit.
Sorry about that. My mom has been very protective of me lately and has been very cautious after my father disappeared a month ago.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm back.
Diana patches Eli's nose.
Oh, Mom, the man told me a riddle and I don't understand it.
What riddle?
The classic. What walks on 4 legs in the morning?
Oh, that one. The tip is, Summer, is that you shouldn't think too literally about riddles. In this case, the morning, afternoon, and evening are stages of life of a human. The morning is when they are a baby and walk on their hands and knees, which in the riddle are 4 legs.
And in the afternoon is their teenage to adult life. This is when they're healthy and walk on their 2 legs. In the evening is when they become old and elderly. This is when they have to use a cane, and that counts as the 3rd leg in the riddle.
Ah, that makes more sense. Thanks for the advice.
After that, it was time to go. They said their goodbyes, and Eli began his journey again. But with all these stops, Eli doubted if he would get to his destination in one day.
With all these delays, I don't know if I'll make it in one day.
And he was right. It was around midnight when Eli had stopped his journey to rest his feet and head. Eli sets up camp and falls asleep. But yet again, something appeared to bother him.
Leo, are you there?
A teenage boy popped out of the bush next to Eli and startled him.
There you are.
Travis runs to Eli, thinking it's his brother. Eli wakes up.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not who you think I am.
Oh, sorry to bother you, but could you help me? My brother and I were camping not too far from here, but he ran off and he hasn't returned, so I went to find him. I think he's lost or in trouble.
What's his name?
Leo, sir.
All right, I'll help you look.
Thank you so much, sir.
Eli and Travis called Leo's name over and over and over, yet there was no response. Travis became more worried and was losing hope on finding his brother. In defeat, Travis went back to the campsite and Eli went back to his. Travis told him if he somehow found his brother, he would return to tell him. And when Travis went back to the campsite, he found Leo asleep in the tent. Full of joy, Travis ran back to Eli and told him the good news.
Sir, I found my brother. I found him sleeping in the tent when I got back. Thank you so much for helping me out. I can't imagine what I would do if he were hurt or gone missing.
Eli sits up.
No problem, kid. Now you scurry back to your tent and watch that little brother of yours.
Yes, sir.
Travis ran back to the site and went to sleep with an eye on his brother. Eli also went to sleep with no more distractions for the night. The next morning, he got up early to finish his trip. Eli was able to get back with no one else stopping him. He got to his parents' house ready to help, and his father welcomed him with open arms at the door. It wasn't long before his father went off to work and his mother fell asleep. Eli had some time to himself, so he sat down and sighed.
Well, that was an adventure. I wonder what it'll be like on my way back.
End of play.
Is anyone sitting here? Excuse me. Sorry.
You scared me.
I'm sorry. I was just wondering if the seat was taken.
No, go right ahead.
Thanks.
Hmm.
Wow. Ano gente aloectar?
Ento ector alohente.
You know you're Elvish. I'm Jake.
Summer.
Like the solstice.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, sorry you get that a lot, huh?
No, I mean, I've never heard that before from anyone.
Really?
Really?
So, you finished?
I did.
And?
It was good.
Shea Culver is my favorite author. She's elfin amazing. I mean, that ending, Eliana is the long lost daughter of Thaddeus, making her the true elvish queen. I didn't see that coming at all. Did you?
I mean, it was a little obvious.
How could you have possibly figured that out?
Well, in the last book,
The Stone of Hearts. Another elfin amazeballs book.
Thaddeus spoke of a prophecy.
But we never heard him because he died right before he could say it.
That's true, but in book 2,
The Shine of Sun.
Genophilus, the ancient oracle, predicted someone would rise out of the shadows to threaten the Elven Empire. Eglamara, Aloish, and Shadophilus.
Heir to the elves in the shadows. But that doesn't mean it was Eliana. It's got to be Excelsior. He's going to challenge her.
Except Eglamara is ancient Elvish. It's Eglamara, not Eglamaro, so it means heiress.
Culver's an elfin genius. There's just no other way to describe her.
She set it up 4 books ago. Oh. Wow. It's getting late. I have to go. It was great talking to you. Maybe, you know,
We could do it again sometime?
well, if you don't have any plans, come to the temple tonight around 8:15. I'm throwing a little party.
The synagogue on 3rd Street?
No, silly. The temple of Anu Shalfana.
uh, you're serious?
You don't believe me?
It doesn't exist in this world or in the elven world.
You say so.
maybe I'll see you tonight, Jake. Page 497. Gallo gente, astro, ectar.
Astro Ectar Gallo Gente. $4.97. $4.97. Page 4.97. Page 497. Okay. The Temple Vanu Shofana is an ancient hidden temple erected to honor the first elves. Its entrance is opened once a year on sunset of the summer solstice. Only the true heir to the elven throne may invite mortals to the temple. Once invited, the path to the temple is illuminated on the nearest parchment. What the? It's a map to the temple. Are you effing serious?
It Was All in Good Fun by Robert Davis. Scene 1, Cafe. Lights up on a cafe booth with the sounds of cars zooming past. We see Bria and Jeremy talking to each other. Jeremy is visibly angry. We can see a beverage on Bria's side but not on Jeremy's.
Bria, why?
Why what, Jeremy? Oh, you're probably wondering why I ordered a dark roast instead of my usual medium roast. I just wanted to change for once.
You know that's not what I meant, Bri.
Oh, did you want coffee too? I was going to order you one, but I forgot how you like your coffee.
Jeez, Bri, you know what I'm talking about. Why did you fry my computer?
Oh yeah, I forgot I did that.
So, why did you do it? This is just going too far. Frying someone's computer is nothing compared to throwing water balloons at you. Why'd you do it, Bri?
I know how much that computer cost and how much you like it. Do you think I would just fry it?
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past you. But I just didn't think it would go this far.
I don't even know enough about computers to know how to fry one purposely. I got a computer casing that looked like yours, and just before you got home, I lit a small fire in it. I didn't mean to make you this mad.
Oh, well, thanks for not frying my actual computer. But it almost gave me a heart attack. Please don't do anything like that again.
Yeah, you won't get any promises like that from me.
Ugh, fine. At least you didn't damage anything that cost too much.
You know I would never.
Fade to black. Scene 2, Jeremy's living room. Lights up on a modest living room with a sofa, a medium-sized couch, and a love seat. We see Jeremy talking to his mom.
Hey, Mom, my computer wasn't actually fried. Bri just made it look like it was.
Well, you shouldn't have just assumed that she actually fried your computer. It's the middle of summer. The sun could have done it.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but there's no direct sunlight shining on my computer at any time.
Well, anyways, you should never worry that much about a computer or any piece of technology.
You know how many hours I had to work at my job just to get it? You should be sympathizing with me.
You'll get over it eventually.
I guess.
Jeremy is interrupted by a sound of the doorbell ringing.
Well, they're here. Could you get us some water, please, Mom?
Sure thing, Jeremy.
Thanks, Mom. I'll get the door.
Jeremy walks to the door and opens it, showing two of his friends, Tanya and Elliot.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, guys. Didn't take you too long to get here, right?
Yeah. Good joke. Not like we both just need to walk 2 minutes to get here.
So what's up, Jeremy? What did you need?
Well, I wanted to get Bri back for almost giving me a heart attack, but let's go upstairs.
Jeremy's mom returns with the water, which the kids take and go upstairs. Fade to black. Scene 3, outside of Jeremy's house.
I hope Jeremy can forgive me. I did take it a little too far by fake frying his most valuable possession.
Bria rings the doorbell to Jeremy's house, and his mom answers.
Hi, Miss Smith. Is Jeremy home?
He just left. Do you want me to tell him something on your behalf?
No, thanks. I just wanted to hang out for a little bit.
Okay, then. See you later. Would you like some water?
Yes, please. I'm parched.
Wait right here. I'll get it for you.
Bria peeks into the house to see that there are snacks on the living room table.
Here's the water. Would you also like a little something to eat?
No, thanks. Just the water is fine.
Bria drinks the water within a few seconds.
Thank you so much. Could you please have Jeremy text me when he gets home?
Sure thing, Bria.
Fade to black. Scene 4, Jeremy's bedroom. Lights at medium level on Jeremy's room. We can see Elliot, Tanya, and Jeremy huddle around Jeremy's computer screen. Screen shows a list of names.
So which name sounds the spookiest to you guys?
Honestly, the name Rathalos is pretty scary.
I gotta agree with Tanya on this one.
Okay, that's the one I was thinking of, but I wasn't 100% sure about it.
So, what now, Jeremy?
Well, now we hope the Halloween store is open in the middle of summer and go from there.
Why the Halloween store? That seems a little weird for the middle of the summer.
Where else are we going to get weird looks in robes without being stared at, of course?
I guess you got a point there, Jeremy.
Fade to black. Scene 5, inside the Halloween store. Lights up in a Halloween store devoid of people and with a large lack of Halloween items. Jeremy and friends enter apprehensively.
So, remind me why we're here again?
It's to get some stuff so we can prank Bria. It's not that hard to remember, is it?
No, it's just, I still find it weird to be in a Halloween store in the middle of July.
Let's just get the stuff we need, then leave. That'll probably make him happy. Although I really don't know why he doesn't want to be in the store right now.
It's because it's months away from Halloween, and this place is open for some reason.
Jeez, I didn't know that you took Halloween so seriously, but yeah. We just need to get our stuff, then we can get out of here.
Yeah, okay. Fine with that.
I found them. Get over here.
Okay, I guess your wish is granted, Elliot. We can leave now.
I guess so, but give me a second first. Hey, Tanya! I found you some gold hoop earrings!
Good joke, Elliot. Those earrings suck and you can just scratch the paint off.
That was worth a shot.
Fade to black. Scene 6, Jeremy's garage. Lights up on Jeremy's garage where we see a wooden board and a bucket of paint. We see a paintbrush in the paint.
So we got the robes and books. Why do we need a bucket of paint?
We're going to paint a star on this so that when Bria freaks out when she sees it.
Okay, so how is this going to happen again?
I'm going to text Bria, tell her to come over. And then when my mom tells us that she is here, we're going to start the chanting. And my mom will tell Bria to go upstairs. And then, because we're doing something weird, right? After that, she'll have a heart attack. And once she opens the door, and I'll have gotten her back from my computer.
Nice plan. It's gonna freak her out.
Isn't that a little harsh?
Not really, if you think about what she did to me.
If you say so. Well, are you going to text her?
Fade to black. Scene 7, Jeremy's house. Lights up on the entrance to Jeremy's house, where we can see Bria checking her phone as she touches the doorbell. Jeremy's mom answers the door.
Hey, Miss Smith. Jeremy texted me that he's home. Where is he?
Oh, he's upstairs with Elliot and Tanya, but I've been hearing some weird bangs and sounds from upstairs, so be careful.
So he thinks he can get me back by making me think his house is haunted? Honestly, I expected better from him.
If you think so, just go upstairs. He's waiting for you.
I will. Thank you, Miss Smith.
Anytime, Bria. Would you like some water before you go upstairs?
No thanks, ma'am. But thank you for the offer.
Bria walks to the staircase and starts going upstairs. Strange chanting is coming from Jeremy's room.
Oh man, no.
Bria goes upstairs to find that it's pitch black upstairs and that the only thing she can see in the darkness was the outline of Jeremy's room. She slowly opens the doors and finds her friends in a circle chanting some weird name over and over again.
Oh man, no. I'm glad you could join us, Bree. Let's summon a demon.
A cool chill went down Bria's spine.
That's not funny, Jeremy. Not funny at all.
Yeah, it is. It's super funny. You know it. Almost as funny as you fake frying my PC.
That was different, though. You don't understand what you were doing. You could genuinely summon a demon here. Wait, Jeremy, why is Tanya floating?
Oh, that's just the Wait, I didn't have a pulley system. Bree, what's going on?
I don't know. You're the one who summoned the freaking demon.
I didn't mean to summon a real demon. This was supposed to be a big joke.
Maybe at first, but you shouldn't mess with stuff you don't understand. You and Elliot should probably get out of here and get your mom to call a priest.
Fine with me.
Elliot runs downstairs and gets Jeremy's mom to call a priest for an exorcism. Jeremy turns to Bria with a look of terror.
Bria, what do we do now?
I would suggest that you go downstairs until the priest gets here. I'll keep talking to Tanya to make sure she's still here. Now go.
Okay, Bree. I trust you.
Jeremy goes downstairs to wait it out until the priest gets there.
Okay, Tanya, stay calm. I guess I'm saying that more for myself. Tanya, talk to me, please.
Tanya is not here right now. She'll be gone for a while.
Get out of her. She doesn't deserve this. No one does. Just get the heck out of her body.
Bria starts to sob a tiny bit.
Mortal, your emotions betray you. Wouldn't you like to be like your friend, without any more choice, a happy life?
No, you only speak lies, you foul demon. Just get out of her body, please. Just please, I want my friend back.
You'll never get her back.
Fade to black. Scene 8, the living room. Lights up on Jeremy's living room. There's everyone, now including a priest. Everyone is nervously looking at the priest.
So, Tanya is upstairs. She's the one who got possessed.
The priest nods and heads upstairs. Bria runs downstairs, scared, and hugs Jeremy. She is crying severely at this point.
What happened, Bree?
I don't want to talk about it, Jeremy.
Okay. You don't have to talk about anything you don't want to.
You kids just promised me that you'll never do anything like that again.
We promise.
We promise.
I took too far with that PC frying, but you did too. Let's just hang out from now on.
Okay, Bree, that sounds good to me.
The priest comes down and informs them that she has been exorcised and leaves. Tanya comes down the stairs with tears running down her face.
I never want to do anything like that again, Jeremy. What the heck were you thinking?
Honestly, I wasn't thinking. I'm really sorry. I'll never do anything like this again.
And if you do, just make sure you don't include us, okay?
If I'm stupid enough to try this again, I won't ask you guys to help me.
Just don't be stupid again.
Bria suddenly falls asleep on the couch.
I guess it's time for you guys to go to sleep too.
Tanya, Jeremy, and Elliot all nod their heads and head upstairs to go to sleep. Fade to black. End of play.
St. Thomas Aquinas and St. Francis are at a Starbucks discussing some new philosophical software.
So, users must memorize every rule?
Don't ask. Really, keep new entries slightly secretive.
So, only memorize each time how with naming God can objectively originate love?
Always, but always overlook knowledge.
Ask me if some users never divulge even reasonably standard text and noted discussions insinuating naming God.
All right. God originates love. Don't hold up onto old precepts.
Thank you.
Come in.
Jacob, got something here for you.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so dark in here. Let in a little light. Make it less like a cave.
What's in the box you saw?
Some documents for you to peruse.
The court denied the motion to dismiss?
It's some good news for once. It looks more and more every day that we can settle out of court. It's open and shut. We're setting a precedent. I'll get enough cases for criminal negligence from veterans like you to retire in less than 10 years.
Is that all you care about? The money, not what they did to me?
No, you got me all wrong. It's the legacy. You are a living legend. Dad would be so proud of you. You beat the Japanese back into their corner of the Pacific Theater, continued service after losing your leg, and witnessed a nuclear blast firsthand. I'll never get that chance. Unless they let me in to fight the Reds. They've got their own now.
Yeah, look where that got me.
A glorious wounded warrior to be remembered in history books for all eternity?
I'd rather have a leg than a legacy. Anyway, all I need is enough funds so that I can get myself out of this hellhole and die happily.
Live happily.
No, Esau. It's die.
I wouldn't say.
I have leukemia. I don't come back from that. I can't. I get to die alone, but comfortable.
Alone?
It's exactly the way it always has been.
Come in.
I've got something for you here, sailor.
Are you certain you don't want to wait until dinner?
Oh, I've been dying to give this to you all day and you want to wait?
If it's all the same to you, then...
It's not all the same, which is why I'd prefer you to open it now.
Oh, Ruth,
Congratulations!
Congratulations for what? What are those flowers for?
Yeah, Esau. What are those flowers for?
Congratulations on getting accepted into the Navy.
What is this Floy Floy? You've known about his deployment for 3 weeks now. He departs on Tuesday.
Well, I got my answers from recruiters yesterday, and according to them, I'm far too blind to serve, so I thought of you and wanted to give my accolades again.
Well, my gratitude, brother. That's a rough break you got there. Well, you've always got that law degree to fall back on.
I need to pass the New York bar before I make my mark on that world in that sector.
Something smells fishy.
Well, I had salmon for lunch.
No, I don't believe you.
I think I still have the receipt.
No, Esau, I don't care what you had for lunch. I mean, what are those flowers for?
Beautiful, aren't they? I care about dinner. Come on, Ruth, honey, we got reservations.
No, I'm not leaving until I get an explanation on the flowers, not the salmon.
Well,
Can't this wait until dinner?
I doubt it.
I'd rather wait.
My curiosity has quite piqued.
Well, this isn't going anywhere. Ruth Hathaway. We've been dating for 2 years now, and it has been the greatest moments of my life when I'm with you. You make every inch of me warm, from my head to my legs. I'm ready for us to move to the next step, and I'd rather be able to tell the boys in the platoon about my wife than my girlfriend. What I'm trying to say is, will you make this sailor the happiest man on the front? Ruth, will you marry me?
Nothing would make me happier.
Congratulations. I already said they're not budging. I doubted the Navy would let the case get this far, but we need to prepare for this.
You told me this would... You told me we would be done with this a month ago.
Mr. Seymour is a good lawyer. He's absolutely certain we have no legal case against them. Mark my words, they acted negligent. There was no safety protocol in place. You know that. I know that. They should too. We just need the judge to understand. I wish we could settle out of court, but they won't let that happen. So if it will please the court, swear on my Bible and let me do my job.
Fine. Examine away.
Mr. Lewis, could you tell us where you were on July 25th, 1946?
I was stationed on the USS New York outside of Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands.
What were you doing there?
Since I had been previously injured in combat during the Battle of the Atlantic, I had been part of the cleanup crew for the operation.
What was this operation?
Operation Crossroads.
And what was the point of this operation?
Nuclear testing. It was the summer of 1946, the first operation involving the atomic bomb following Nagasaki. On July 1st was the first test. I was not present, but I was present for the second blast.
Where were you when the bomb went off?
I was 3 miles away on Bikini Atoll. Far enough away that I should have been safe, but I could still feel the heat from the blast and was momentarily blinded by the light. Plunged into 2 minutes of burning darkness.
Could you tell me about the cleanup?
A few days later, me and the other sailors went out to initially hose down the ship from only about 5 yards away. We boarded and there weren't enough rad suits or mops for all of us. And of course, a South Pacific summer day, we were very hot. Many of us were barefoot. I'm not able to stand up and use a mop since I'm missing a leg. So I stooped to my hands and knees and scrubbed the deck with a coconut.
Were you ever warned by higher officers that this was unsafe behavior?
No.
Were you ever informed of the inherent danger of radioactive fallout or the dangers of radiation poisoning?
No.
Did you have any knowledge of the danger you were put in following a nuclear explosion?
No.
In your opinion, were any of your behaviors prior to your exposure to the radioactive material at Test Baker during Operation Crossroads conducive on your diagnosis of leukemia?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. No jury would ever turn down that testimony.
Here's to hoping.
Knowing. All right? I have to get back to my office and work on some cases that will actually yield a profit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Jacob. We're both going to get exactly what we want.
Mystery Saul Lewis, may I come in?
What can I do for you, Mr.
Alexander Seymour. I'm representing the United States Navy in the case Lewis v. the U.S. Navy.
Mr. Seymour, this is highly irregular and...
I understand your concerns, but I'm going to ask you to hear me out and keep this conversation off the record.
I'll listen.
Just a minute! Damn bud. This better be important!
Special Agent Jeffrey Dunstan Bates, Central Intelligence Agency. May I come in? You're making quite the footprint in my division, Lieutenant Lewis. Some rather interesting activities you've been taking a part in.
I'm not certain I follow.
Exactly the kind of talk I'd expect out of a communist.
You're kidding yourself, counselor.
Excuse me?
I don't think you understand the gravity of the position that you're in. Do you know how many different watch lists they've put you on?
I'm not certain I follow.
Don't play stupid with me, Saul. I'm trying to help you. If this case goes to trial or ever appears on any such record or is mentioned in a court on U.S. soil, I can guarantee no one will remember you.
Are you threatening me?
I'm warning you. As far as the people of the United States are concerned, we can trust our government. Not one that intentionally puts her people, her soldiers in harm's way. That's going to stay that way, with or without me, and with or without you.
What do you want me to do?
Drop the case. Destroy your files.
I can't do that. I'm representing my own brother.
Your life is at stake here. Jacob Lewis does not have much longer to live, but you have a lifetime to accomplish ahead of you.
No, I can't.
I'll sweeten the deal. Work for me. Become a legend in your field. You're already successful as is, but under my firm, you'll be the most infamous trial lawyer in New York. You'll make every lawyer at Nuremberg look like Boston University dropouts.
What are you talking about?
I mean that I have a dossier on a Russian spy who lied about his involvement in a military operation conducted in 1946 in order to file a suit against the federal government of these United States and plant a seed of distrust and resentment upon her people. His plan, given directly from Soviet dignitaries to make military enlistment for the next World War very unpopular, make Truman seem like a tyrant and Stalin look like a hero. I wouldn't doubt anyone who hears this story to not consider anyone like that not un-American.
Sounds like an interesting story. Good thing it isn't true.
Mr. Lewis, or should I say Ivan Morozov, I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation here. Don't attempt to garner sympathy from me. You're a danger to our democracy, and you'll never get your hands on the USA. Just tell me what I need to know. I only have a few lines I need filled in on your file.
I don't have anything to say to you because I'm obviously not the one you're after.
Jacob, I only have one detail missing from you.
Oh, really, Special Agent Dunstan Bays? What is that?
Time of death.
I loved Jacob Lewis. That man that came home after the victory in the Second World War was different. After his leg was amputated shortly after falling into a punji pit on an island in the South Pacific, he changed. He was no longer that fun-loving man I wanted to marry. He was shell. Couldn't blame him for it. No, that would be wrong, but I couldn't deal with it. I knew I couldn't marry him, so I left. I moved back with my parents in Florida. He sent me a letter after he was diagnosed with leukemia. I never saw it. My mother thought it would break my heart. It did. Once I heard what happened,
I'm a lawyer, a successful one at that. I act in the best interests of my clients. If sometimes I can get a favorable outcome for both parties, then I do it. After I got what the Navy wanted from me, I was offered a cabinet post for the New York governor's office. I didn't accept it. Because what did I know about being the director of executive operations? I would rather help people who needed help, like I helped Esau.
What I am about to tell you is classified. For all intents and purposes, I thwarted a communist invasion from the secret Russian operative Ivan Morozov. I follow orders. I love my country, and I want to see the red, white, and blue wave, not just red. I believed every word the deputy director told me about Jacob Lewis. What reason did I have not to? I joined the CIA to help people. Plain and simple. Keep America safe. I was in the business of ending wars, not starting them. I retired in April 1962. Operation Northwoods was the final straw. I didn't want to aid in the false flag murder of American people in order to invade Cuba on false pretenses. I only wish I knew that the CIA was capable of something like that earlier.
I died 1,000 deaths that day. I was a traitor. I sold out my own brother, and for what? I envied him always, and even to the end, when I got the acclaim that he got, I knew I didn't deserve it. I worked for Alexander Seymour for 3 years before I learned I'd made a mistake. Or more so, admitted it. I left the practice and joined a nonprofit law firm that represented homeless veterans. I was diagnosed with a rare bone cancer in 1976. Both my legs were amputated. I guess I got what I always wanted.
November 19th, 1949, 1:39 a.m. The doctors tried to resuscitate me after a concerned passerby, really Agent Dunstan Bayes under a false alias, heard a call for help. Cause of my death? Apparent heart attack. I was never around to hear that my brother betrayed me. I forgive him. It took some time, but got plenty of that now. I think I got my retribution, but I lived as I died, absolutely alone. I guess I got what I always wanted.
What's that?
I found it in Miss Shelley's bag.
Should we look at it? It's not ours.
Come on, she wouldn't mind. Why would she have secrets? Besides, it was on top of her kitchen supplies.
What if it's a surprise for us?
If there was a surprise, you would not be able to hide it from me.
Okay, then.
This book belongs to Miss Shelley Babka. Wonder what kind of book it is. Oh, this part's worn out.
Guidebook, cookbook, notebook.
How to make a child roast. A child roast?
What? Let me see that.
I know it's worn, but doesn't it look like that's what it says?
Yeah. I don't know what else it could say.
Wait, do you see that? What is that?
It looks like hieroglyphics.
How do you know?
Don't you remember my ancient Egypt phase?
So can you read it?
No, of course not. All the letters have not been translated yet.
You must read it in a circle. At least I think that's how you're supposed to read that.
Give me that. If it's hieroglyphics, you have to read it straight across. Maybe it is in a circle.
No!
I told you we should never have taken it.
You wanted to read it too, and you know it.
Well, I wish we didn't know the fact that Miss Shelley is a witch.
I don't know if she's a witch.
This is her spell book. A child roast? She's going to kill us.
Are you going crazy?
Weren't you the one that figured out what it said?
Girls, what's the problem?
Nothing, Miss Shelley. One of the girls told us a scary story.
I see. Oh, there's the cookbook. How'd it get here?
Oh, I think Miss Figgins was trying to get started on dinner or something.
Always getting ahead of herself, isn't she? Broke the cover, too. I didn't even tell her I wanted to make the mild roast.
I knew it couldn't be true. There would be too much evidence.
You're so dumb. Mild roast, not child roast.
What was I supposed to think? Oh, right, this is Miss Shelley's. I should get it to her.
I never saw Sarah again. Miss Figgins said she went home sick. In the fall, she didn't come back to our Girl Scout troop. My best friend, gone with no goodbye. Miss Shelley said she moved to Nebraska. Guess we know who was sacrificed for the child roast.